Shalom, Shalom, on this of souls, but give no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kodash, to belong to the apostles of our great millstone, and honor to you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. This is just a quick one. I was just putting together a lesson, another lesson, which called in Romanian, and basically was trying to find a which called Romanian apocrypha, and I basically was able to find one, but it only had three Esdras, and I roughly vaguely remembered, the whole history about, third Esdras and fourth Esdras, right? So I just thought, just do a quick lesson on it. For instance, in our apocrypha, we only have second Esdras. We only have books called First Esdras and Second Esdras, right? But in other Bibles, you might see Third Esdras and Fourth Esdras, right, in place where you'd expect to see First Esdras and Second Esdras. So this is just some quick history, right? So it says on Wikipedia, Second Esdras says Second Esdras also called Fourth Esdras, Latin Esdras, or Latin Ezra, which this is would you call it? What it's going to go on to say, this is an apocalyptic book, which the word apocalypse basically just means revealing, right? The same as Revelation, right? This is a book in some English versions of the Bible, i.e., ones with the Apocrypha. Tradition ascribes it to Ezra, right, a scribe and priest of the 5th century BCE, but scholarship places its composition between 70 and 218 CE, right? So basically, it was written by the prophet Ezra, right? Esau says, "Oh, it was written this, that, and the other," whatever, man. Right? It says it is reckoned among the Apocrypha by Roman Catholics, Protestants, and most Eastern Orthodox Christians. Second Ezra was excluded by Jerome. Let's see if it goes into who this is. Right, Jerome, also known as Jerome of Stridon, was a Christian priest, confessor, theologian, and historian. He is commonly known as Saint Jerome. Okay. So where is he? Where is he? Round circa. What is meant by that C dot? It means circa. So circa 342 to 347. In which direction? Is this 80? Of course it's 80. Yeah, so continuing on. It's like my throat's just. It is reckoned among the Apocrypha by Roman Catholics, Protestants, and most Eastern Orthodox Christians. Second Ezra was excluded by Jerome. Salakia. Yeah, it says Second Ezra was excluded by Jerome from his Vulgate version of the Old Testament, but from 9th century onwards, the Latin text is sporadically found as an appendix to the Vulgate, inclusion becoming more general after the 13th century. As we go into the naming conventions, as with the first Esdras, there is some confusion about the numbering of this book. The Vulgate of Jerome includes only a single book of Ezra, but in the Clementine Vulgate, 1, 2, 3, and 4 Esdras are separate books. Right, Protestant writers after the Geneva Bible called 1 and 2 Ezra of the Vulgate Ezra and Nehemiah. Right, so for instance, when we read the scriptures that we have, for instance, I remember I had a Oxford Bible which had the entire Bible, including the Apocrypha, in it. Well, it was nice, big, hefty scriptures, right? But you would see books called the Old Testament, you would see Ezra and Nehemiah. Books called the Apocrypha, you'd see First Ezra, Second Ezra. Nowadays, I have two books, one just the Apocrypha, one the Old Testament and New Testament, right? And, in the books called the Old Testament, you see Ezra and Nehemiah, and the books called the New Testament, you see First Ezra, Second Ezra, right? These then became the common names for these books in English Bibles, right? So yeah, let's say just a quick bit of history on that, in case brothers ever come across fourth Ezra's, thinking it's extra canonical, they saying outside the scriptures, right? In terms of these dates that are basically being thrown around, I don't know. I don't know. But just in terms of the the raw information, first Ezra, second Ezra's, Ezra, Nehemiah, that's the reasoning for that naming convention. So like I said, I was just putting together another lesson, and I basically came across this, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember there was a reasoning for this, right? So it was all what I was edifying. Just a quick one here today. Till next time, say shalom.